Holy fuck. So I was just at Wegmans, and as you guys can see, the shelves. That's something I saw at Wegmans. Sorry, I had a funny joke that came to my mind when I saw that. Um, Holy shit. This is the canned and boxed food section in Wegmans. Holy fuck. Now this is something that I was actually horrified to see, because all of the soups that are in the aisle over as well, I should have taken a picture of that. They have like a soup, it's like, I don't know what to call it, shut up. I don't know what to call it. It's a thing that when you pull one out, it pushes more down, but it's like a straight up kind of thing, not like these where it has a spring in the back of it and it pushes it forward. It's similar, but it's kind of like how you would load certain Nerf guns, where when one fires out, the rest of them drop down because they're in a cylinder. That's basically what it was with the soups. I only was able to get 2 cans of soup, which was let's see, I'll check my backpack right now. Well, we got the SpaghettiOs I grabbed from this aisle, which is right here. 2 cream of chicken soups. That is literally all I could get from that aisle, because that was all there was other than actual broth. Not soup, but broth. That was all there was. So we got 2 cream of chicken, and I got, let's see. Well, you can see down there, there's a small box with cans in it. That box had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cans of SpaghettiOs with meatballs. Oh, no, sorry, there were 2 with meatballs. The rest of them didn't have meatballs. The 2 with meatballs were in the back further. Those ones forward up are the Star Wars ones without meatballs, but there were 2 in the back that did have it some. And that can right over there on the side is literally all there was. Like, that is literally it. Oh, and there's the little cups that you can get down there, but those, I never buy those because they're so expensive. Once again, the unicorn. Then you have, like, all this, these, which had, like, mac and cheese. Actually, most of that was mac and cheese. I only know because I buy the boxes there quite often. It's, like, 3 boxes for 99 cents, if I remember correctly, for the Wegmans brand ones. So I would get those constantly, because they're cheap and they're affordable. For $1.99, I think you get 8 of them. I don't remember. It's 10 of them for $1.99. So I just buy those, and those like in a big box pack, and there was like no mac and cheese. There was literally nothing. As you guys can see, it's just barren. Then you have the vegetable cup of noodles up there that no one likes because they're literally just vegetables and they have no meat or no broth and really nothing in it that people actually want. It's supposed to be a healthy option, but no one ever takes those, at least not at this Wegmans. But if you guys can't guess what all this is from, it's the coronavirus. The thing that shall not be named on YouTube, or else you get your demonetization taken away. But I don't have demonetization in the first place, so coronavirus, 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 coronavirus. There we go. I love breaking the system. But no, seriously, there is nothing left on these shelves. There is nothing. So it was recommended that people stock up on food, and that's what I was going out tonight to do. And I told the person at the cash register, it looks like it was just a tornado went through and stole all of the canned goods. And they're like, yeah. And the guy who was just finishing up checking out, or like just grabbing his stuff and going from the checkout, he was just like, yeah, and it's not the only section. I said, yeah, I know. The soup aisle and the all the canned stuff was just gone. And he goes, yep. But there's even more. And he actually pointed back to one of the sections that has a lot of like the chips and everything, and I didn't get any chips. I went to the cracker aisle because there's like 2 different sections for those, and I got a ton of goldfish because goldfish are good for when you just need a small snack, and a few animal crackers because those I have the frosted animal crackers because those are my favorite like sugary treat every now and then. Yes, I know I seem like a child. They're like the pink and white frosted animal crackers. Shut up, with like a few like little pearl like sprinkles on them, and I love those. Don't judge me. I mean, you can judge me, but I don't give a shit, so there's no point in it. But anyways, so I got 2 packages of flavor blasted goldfish, 2 packages of regular cheddar goldfish, and when I went back to the one aisle after checking out, because I just asked the lady to leave it all up in the front, and she's like, "That's fine," just so like no one, stops me on the way out when I go to grab my groceries again, because I had basically they were already being scanned in and everything. So really quickly, I wanted to run back and check. I went to the chip aisle. Guess how many chips there were? There was 2 bags of the poppable white cheddar Lay's poppable chips. I got both of those. I grabbed them both because I'm just like, why not? They're 2 for $3 anyways. So I grabbed both of those, and then there were like 15 bags of Lay's chips, like the big bags, and then there were like a bunch of smaller ones. That was it. Let me point out, this Wegmans normally has an entire aisle just filled with massive bags of chips. They had the variety packs were all gone, which were like the big boxes with like all the smaller bags in them. Like those were all gone, and everything was gone. Like, and I kid you not, everything was gone. There were 15, I counted them, 15 Lay's chip bags, which were all either the original chips, like the original Lay's, or the sea salt ones. That was it. That was it. That was all that was left. People devoured everything in this Walmart. And I was terrified. And I even had to make a tweet about it because I'm like, this is how you know the coronavirus is in the area. Because people are stockpiling everything. Now I need to point out, this is a completely new experience for me. As an adult, as of like 3 years ago, this is terrifying for me. Because I'm not equipped for this. Apparently I lived through an even worse pandemic or a worse virus, which I don't remember what it was called, but it was in 2003, I was told. I didn't know that was a thing, and of course I was an extremely young kid. I had no clue what was going on. I was 5 years old at the time. Yeah, 5 years old. I had to do the math for a second there. I'm 21 now. I'm a few months from 23. Skipped a year. 22. I'm a few months from 22. June 7th is my birthday. I'll be doing YouTube in a few more months. Yes, I'll be doing YouTube for 3 years in a few more months at least. In July 4th, July 2nd, I don't remember. It's July something. It'll be 3 years. Damn, I still owe a massive video for 2 years. Holy shit. Anyways, my point is, do you mind, big truck boy? Anyway, sorry, there was a truck outside that was just like down the highway, or down the road, I should say. It's not really a highway. But holy shit, this is terrifying for me. As someone who is like horribly afraid of just massive change, this is a massive fucking change. Seeing this actually freaked me out. Like, if you look at these shelves, they are always full. Now, I need to mention, I went at midnight. Now, normally at midnight, they're getting done with everyone, so of course they have, like, most people have probably already checked out and are done at night. The thing is, actually, no, I think I went at 10, technically, so people were still probably there. I didn't see many people, because at 10 it's normally starting to calm down, and that's the time when people stop coming in to Wegmans. It's open all night, I need to point that out now. It's open 24 hours. I always go late at night, because I always love walking. Plus, I've been playing Pokemon Go on the way, after I found out that you can get... the Pokemon Go is literally telling people, don't go outside, we'll give you a bunch of incenses, so that you can just attract Pokemon to your current location. It makes it much easier. They didn't give them out, though. It costs 1 coin, which is, like, the cheapest you can physically get. It's, like, 99 cents can get you, like, 80 of those. But anyway, I don't remember actually the numbers, but I haven't been able to buy any because I don't have any way to pay for them. But anyways, my point is, I went out around 10 p.m., and I got there around 10 p.m., and there were very few people. So that explains why everything was gone. But at that time of the day, that time of the night, there's so much stuff there. Like, I kid you not, I can normally go there and I'll have a selection of like 18 different types of SpaghettiOs. I am not joking, I am not exaggerating. There are 18 different types of SpaghettiOs there all the time. A lot of the time they're just like the Mario ones that they have there, which are like a limited time thing, but they're still there non-stop, and I'm just like, why? They also have the Star Wars ones, like you can see down there. You have the Star Wars with meatballs, Star Wars without. You have regular with meatballs, regular without, regular with hot dogs, or Franks, I guess they're called. Then you have regular. Then you also have the Mario with meatballs, Mario without. Then you have the big cans, and you have you have the big can with meatballs, big can without. Then you have the big can that's like healthier option. I'm like, how the heck is it healthier? I actually still haven't figured that out. Then you have the smaller cans that are healthier. Then you have the healthier Mario one. It's there's so many different versions that you can get in those shelves. And I honestly just get with meatballs because I like the meatball ones. But they only had 2 with meatballs, so I'm just like, God damn it. I needed something to bring home, and there was like nothing to take home. So yeah, I'm definitely not stockpiled for very long. But I have tons of ramen. I'll live off ramen if I have to, but I'm getting sick of ramen. You guys have seen my ramen wall. It's not going down anytime soon, although I do have to go resupply it at some point, because it is getting pretty low to be called a wall. But it's still... I still got like 8 boxes of the stuff on my wall, so it's like, whatever. And 8 boxes is like 12 in each, I think. So that's still over 100 of them. So no, it's like 96 of them. I'm still good. 96 ramen packs, plus a few more that I have just not in boxes. My point is, I'm all set for this whole thing. I don't go out much anyways, unless I have to. I only go out really for groceries. But currently, I'm terrified because this is a massive change that I hate, and it's not just like it's massive because it's impacting everyone around me. My mother has an extremely weak immune system because she had stage 4 breast cancer when I was very young. She survived it, which was a miracle because at stage 4, it's like the final steps before it becomes something that you cannot cure. It's just at stage 4, you're basically screwed. You're basically dead. At stage 5, it's a guarantee though. So she was almost stage 5. Like she was the furthest in stage 4 that you could be before becoming stage 5. And for anyone who's not aware, the stage basically is determined by how long you wait to get checked, like how far in it's actually detected. Because after a certain point, it's like it can't, even if you detect it, it's too late. It's already done a number on your body and there's no way to get rid of it. But at stage 4, it's like, well, there's a slight chance you can survive, but it's very, very small. My mother survived it. And it's a miracle. I don't say that often. It is an actual miracle. As someone who's not very religious, it's still something I cannot call anything other than a miracle. But her immune system has been extremely badly weakened by it. She can get sick extremely easily, and if this virus attaches itself to her, she is dead. There is no saving her. She is dead. Because her immune system can barely fight off the common cold. And I'm not over-exaggerating. She has the worst time when she gets sick. So this is horrifying for me. I normally see them every Sunday. It's actually technically Sunday now because it's past midnight. But I will not be going to see her this week because I just don't want to be like the carrier of it or whatever and bring it to her. Even if I'm not experiencing symptoms of it, you can still be a carrier of anything. A bacteria, a virus, any sort of illness. You can still carry it and not be aware. I might not feel the symptoms yet, but it doesn't mean I don't have it. So just to be sure, I'm not taking it towards her. You know what I mean? I'm not going to risk that. So I'm not going to go see her because that's how terrified I am. For anyone who's not aware, when I'm home alone on Sundays, it's terrifying for me. I hate it because I get very lonely. I get very homesick. I am not used to living in the city, which is where I live. And it's just 100% horrifying for me. I hate it. I hate the feeling that I get when I'm unable to see my parents once a week. And I know that's a weird thing. A lot of people don't get to see their parents at all. But for me, it's rough. Okay, that's the best way to phrase it. And when I don't see them, I go into a mental breakdown. I'm not exaggerating here either. I actually go into a depression. It's not really depression mode, but it's pretty close to it. I basically get lazy, and it's not depression. It's more just a kind of sad mood. It's a much lesser version of depression, but it's a lot of the same feeling. It's loneliness is the best way to phrase it. It's just loneliness. And I need to point out my girlfriend does live next door, but I don't actually know if she's here on Sundays, to be honest. Oh fuck! I actually have to see that because she never goes to church. I know that, unless her mom picks her up for it, but her mom never does. So I don't think she goes to church. Maybe she will be here. I don't know, because normally I'm out with my parents, like I said. So she's here when I get back, but I never know when she's here during the day, though, for Sundays, because I've never been able to stay home on a Sunday when she's here. Oh, shit. Well, I'll have to check that. But my point is, this is me choosing not to go, like, on my own will is a major thing, because I will never do that unless it's serious. So, yeah, I'm fucking terrified. Anyways, I'm gonna end this video here. If you are able to get to a store to stock up on stuff, go ASAP, because you'll see stuff like this. Go early in the morning before anyone else can be there, or extremely early in the morning, like 3 a.m. if you're out like I am. If you're unable to go early in the morning, like 8 a.m., but you stay up late at night, go late at night. Like, I mean, like 12 o'clock, because at that point they're normally restocking shelves. I used to work at Wegmans, and I know that a lot of the time they will restock shelves around 12 to 1. Well, it'll be like that's normally the period where they're restocking shelves. But it depends on the Wegmans. Because I know some people I've talked to have had their time of refilling shelves is like 11. Other people is like 3 a.m. And I'm just like, wow, okay, that's not really good. But if you're in the one that I used to work at, which I'm not going to name because it's right by where my parents live, and I cannot say that because I've had lots of threats come out against me and my family, so I'm not going to risk that right now. I'll talk about that in a future video. I'm not going to give out the location of that Wegmans, but it was always around 12 to 1. So, yeah. Now, I had school back then, so I was never restocking at that time because I was never working at that time. But it was still something that, you know, I knew happened. And I see it at the Wegmans I go to all the time. If I go around midnight, they're normally just starting to restock shelves. And I say that because there's a lot more employees in the aisles, and that's exactly how it looked when I was working there. And I did work there one or two nights, but that was after graduation because I went back for a few days. Oh, that's right. I went back for a few days to work for a bit, and then I was only for like a week. I forgot about that. Damn. Anyways, sorry, I got sidetracked by me remembering stuff that really doesn't matter yet again. But if you can, stock up on food. I'd say stock up for maybe a month or two ahead. Because right now I'm fine with if I add my ramen into what I got, I'm pretty stocked up. I'm not running out of ramen anytime soon. I mean, with the rate I eat it, I might. But also, if you go out, limit what you touch. Not because you can contaminate it, but because whatever you touch may have already been contaminated by someone else. The Wegmans I go to, thank God, they actually have a hand sanitizer thing in the front before you even go in, and it says, we politely ask that you use hand sanitizer before entering the store. And I'm like, okay, that's a good idea. So if you are able to get hand sanitizer of like a high quality hand sanitizer, get that. If you can get, and I don't even know if hand sanitizer works that well on a virus because it works better with bacteria. I know that for a fact. I don't know if it kills off a virus. I don't think it will, but it's better than nothing. Wash your hands regularly. Stay clean, I guess, in general, and then just don't touch your face. That's another thing I've been told is do not touch your face unless you just like washed your hands quite thoroughly, because when you touch your face, it's putting whatever you have on your hands closer to your face, and you could breathe those in. Also, it's just direct touch is bad. So, yeah, it can spread through particles as well, like airborne basically, as well as direct contact. So don't touch yourself. Unless you're masturbating, then I guess you kind of have to in order to masturbate. But my point is, I mean, unless you use a vibrator or whatever, but I don't. So, anyways, my point is, stock up on stuff, be clean, and then if you do have to go out, if you absolutely have to go out, limit what you touch, limit your exposure to other people, and then if you can, because I've seen a lot of these, there's a special type of mask you can wear. Do not wear the masks that are like, are they surgical masks? Is that what they're for? Those ones that like a lot of anime characters will wear when they're sick. Those do not, or the ones in Japan, I should say. Do not wear those because they don't help. And for anyone who's not aware, viruses can get right through that. That's mostly to keep out particles and keep your own cough in. So if you cough, you don't contaminate others. The thing is, when you're wearing a surgical mask, a virus is a much smaller thing than a bacteria. So that's where you got to be careful. So in other words, a bacteria can't get through the mask. A virus can. Especially since it's not airtight. And I just watched a game theory video where it explained this, and I actually already knew this because I took a class in machining where you actually occasionally had to wear well, actually, no, this was welding, if I remember. No, it wasn't welding. Where was it? Oh, no, this wasn't even at Bosie's. This was a thing that my grandpa took me to. It was a woodworking course. I was confused for a second there because I'm like, I didn't wear that in machining. I was like, Brendo, am I imagining things? For anyone who doesn't know, Brendo is one of my friends from real life who does see my videos occasionally. No, but in a woodworking course, you wear like what a painter mask is, or one with like you either have a filter on it or you have the airtight part to it. Basically, wear something that's a heavy duty construction mask. Those work extremely well. If they have an airtight seal, it works perfectly. And what I didn't know was in game theory, what I didn't know before game theory explained it. Facial hair can break an airtight seal. So, dude, if you're gonna go out and wear one of those, make sure that your facial hair is not in the way. It's not under the mask in any way. If you have facial hair that gets in the way of the mask, be sure not to wear the mask over the facial hair. Maybe shave. As someone whose last name is Beardsley and has to wear a beard, or has to wear a beard, has to have a beard at all times, I'm not shaving this bad boy, but I'm still wearing the mask where my facial hair isn't, and that's a very hard thing to line up. I actually have to guarantee that there's no facial hair there. I do have certain areas where the mask lines over perfectly. I don't have a mask yet. I need to point this out, but I have one, but it's not mine technically. It's my neighbor's. So they said that I could use it, and then they'll sanitize it once I'm done with it. But they do need it back soon, so I'm just like, well, I'm gonna get my own anyways. So yeah, I need to get a mask. And for anyone who's not aware, you guys should wear one too. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You don't have to, but it's a good way to keep yourself safe. And like you guys can tell, I'm panicking because this is something that I'm not used to, and I don't like change. And this stupid shelf here, and this stupid shelf, and this stupid well, it's the same shelf. God damn it. This stupid shelf. They all explain that this is a massive fucking change. Oh god, it's terrifying. This is actually freaked me out beyond what I'm used to, and I need to end this video now before I go into dad mode where I'm just like, okay, honey, please make sure that you shave your face and, wash your hands and, protect yourself from the big bad boogeyman of diseases. Or, I guess not even disease, the virus man. Ooh, virus, ooh. God damn it, you guys can see why I need to end the video. Okay, anyways, bye everyone.